Howdy, y'all. It is Cody from the Keepers of Nerdom. Once again, my grandmother's couch, and below us is another amazing piece of history that is rather fascinating to study. And this one is something that's pretty old. It is a Mosin Nagant, an old Russian rifle. They were first introduced in 1891 into the Russian military use, which is kind of crazy how old these things were. And they were used throughout World War I and World War II. I'm actually joined by my brother, Kai, who's got some history stuff he can share with us. And also by my father, Bert. And Bert, would you tell us a little bit about how you purchased this and how long you've had it, how old it is? What do you know about it?
Well, I went into a dog food factory in Mexico, Missouri, and the old timer that ran the store there also had a gun shop next door and a shooting range. And I went in there, and there was a wooden crate with all of these Mosin Nagants laying in it. And so I picked out what I thought was a pretty decent rifle, and I brought it home. I think I give $125 for it. If I remember correctly.
And they had the revolvers for $75.
Yeah, they had the revolvers, and I tried one of those, but
they were.
when you pull the trigger, it slides somehow or another forward to seal against the barrel, the cylinder does, and it was so awkward to shoot, I didn't like it, so I didn't purchase the pistol.
Right.
But that's how I acquired the gun.
Okay.
This one is dated, I believe it's 1942.
1942, where are you seeing that?
Right there.
Awesome. Let me see here. Yeah, okay.
So very well could have seen service.
Let's see. Yeah, so it could be a World War II era rifle. And Kai, will you tell us a little bit about the history of a Mosin Nagant? What you know about it?
Like I said, it was built, or the original design was adopted in 1891. They were just trying to find something. Their previous rifles were not really, sorry, blanking on the word.
Reliable.
No, they just weren't cutting what they needed it to be.
Okay.
I believe they were using single shots prior to this. So,
and this still is technically a single shot. However, it has an extra wonderful feature for its day.
This is technically what you'd call a repeating rifle.
Okay.
Versus a single shot. Single shot literally is you open it up, put one shot in, fire it, open it up, put one shot in.
Right.
This has a 5-round box mag. So, internal box mag that you can put 5 rounds in.
Just really cool that it's just contained here. You can't, change that directly. You could mod it, I'm sure, but you'd have to, cut this whole thing apart in ways.
Well, and it's interesting because a lot of rifles from this time period, they would put magazine cutoffs.
Yeah.
Now, it was less of a thing in World War II, more of a thing in World War I, but where you could literally fill this magazine, hit a button, and this magazine would not give you a round. So you could shoot this as a single shot until it was time to charge, or something like that.
But after every shot, you would have to pull back.
Yep, every shot you gotta...
Yeah. So it's still one shot at a time because you have to go back through the process, but nowhere near as slow as the actual single shot rifles before it.
And then this is your safety. It's a paint.
It's super safe. Oh, jeez.
So yeah, you got to pull that back and rotate it.
Yeah. And what did the Russians refer to this as?
Oh, I don't know if it was Russians. It's a lot of more modern nomenclature. This is a garbage rod, and it's because they are at one point they are the cheapest military surplus rifle you could get.
Right.
And to be honest, you have to treat this thing like garbage whenever you're loading it. It wants to be treated rough to cycle the gun, and you got to beat it around. I mean, you got to slam that bolt up and back and forward.
Right. But does it continue to function?
Oh yes, it functions. They use these as sniper rifles. If you've seen the movie Enemy at the Gates, he used a sniper version, which is basically the exact same gun, but with a scope and a bent bolt, so the bolt didn't hit the scope, because if you have a scope straight up, that's going to hit it. So the bolt was bent all the way down, so it would just stay at a different angle.
What a beautiful bolt-action rifle in that way.
Pretty simple gun. And see, I can just pull the trigger. And there went the bolt.
There went the bolt. Let's look at that real quick on its own. Just kind of neat to see.
So very easy to get in and out, very easy to clean.
Yeah. So when you say garbage rod, we're not saying that it was actually ineffective. It was just that it was just a rough and tumble rifle that just kept going and did its job, and it didn't really matter, and you could hit on it and whatever, and it would just keep going.
Yep.
It was just a gun that was effective.
It worked.
It did its job, and it makes sense that it would be a sniper rifle because you can fire as slow as you really want to with the bolt action. So let's go fire this. Oh, we forgot. What type of ammunition does this take?
7.62 by 54 rimmed.
Okay, so 7.62 by 54 rimmed. Pretty epic stuff here. We're going to fire this downrange a little bit and just show you a little bit about the Mosin Nagant. All right, we'll see you in the next part. All right, we're now outside. We're going to actually show you the loading of this gun because it's just really cool. Just a simple...
Fortunately, we do not have stripper clips because there's this little track here, if you see. That if you had a stripper clip, you just line that up and shove all 5 rounds. It holds 5 rounds, and it just makes for a quick reload.
Yep. We're not in it for the quickness today, though. We're just wanting to see the rifle do its job.
All right, I can hold one more.
There you go. All right, let's do our safeties.
Ears in.
Yep. All right, let me get mine in, and we're good to go. All right, aiming at some wood blocks out there. Kicks like a horse. Let's see if we can. Get the...
All right, here we go. Here's Cody taking 3 shots with the Mosin. Telling you, you got to beat that thing around.
Yeah, you do. So cool. Oh, it's hot right there.